Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahilladzi amara nabi bi siratal mustaqim wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. La ilaha illallah wa sallallahu Muhammadan wa rasulullah wa ala alihi wa rasulullah. Okay, in this occasion, in this beautiful afternoon, I would like to show you our explanation about the video analysis that we have analyzed a few past week ago. Okay. Before we begin our explanation, we would like to first read Al-Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, for the next, I would like to introduce our members. There is Mr. Farrel, Muhammad Farrel Arkhana with the NPM 2122082, and then Firda, Ulfa, so Siti, Amelia, and then Hilda Khaerunnisa, so Rida Aprilian, and so Dafiq, Naufal, and then last is Rizqi, Cattapany. Okay, very only. First, what is the topic of the teaching and learning process? Why do we say that the topic and the learning process, the speaking lessons about the activities? Because the first, it is based on the teacher when he triggers the student, to with the question, what do you always do in the morning? What do you always do in the morning? So what do you always do in the afternoon? And when you wake up, what do you always do? What do you do after you woke up from your sleep? And so he said and showed his own daily life, the teacher's daily life to the student, to engage the students to tell their own daily routine and follow the instruction. And then this is the engagement that the instructor gives the student to get ready for what they will receive and get during the course stage of the lessons. I think that's all for me. The next presenter will be conveyed by Hilda Khaerunnisa, the Golden Time Issues.
Okay, thanks to the moderator who has allowed me to explain the question of the answer of the second question. So the question is, who are the students? And my answer is non-native speakers. Why I answer like that? Because judging by the way they talk, they looks like they don't speak fluently and they are like learning English, and in my opinion, it is impossible for native speaker to learn English anymore. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Hilda Khaerunnisa. And then next question: what kind of engagement activities did the teacher do in the creativity stage will be conveyed by Firda, Marya. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you to the moderator for listening to time. Okay, what kind of activities did the teacher do creating this speech? There are 3 points. The first is greet the student. The second is teacher and living with the teacher. And next is the teacher explain what they will learn today.
finally, what did the teacher do in the core activity? That will be answered by Siti, Amelia. Closing time is yours.
Thanks to moderator for giving me a time. Here I will explain about what did the teacher do in the core activity. So the first one is presentation. In the presentation, the material presented by the teacher is about daily routines. Next, study. The teacher asked students to watch the video about his daily routines and asked students to tell what the teacher does every day. Students write notes and ideas. The last one is practice. The teacher asked students to stand up and talk to their partner and see who has the most interesting daily routines. What did the teacher does when students practice is to go around, checking one by one group and listening to their conversation. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks to Sister Siti Amelia. Okay. And then the next question is, what kind of warm-down activities did the teacher do in the first activity? That will be delivered by Rida Aprilian. The question is yours.
Okay, thanks to the moderator for giving me time. Well, for the next is, what kind of rundown activities did the teacher do in the post activity? We know in this stage the teacher can give a question, evaluation, test, or anything else relating to reflection. We have seen in the video that the teacher gives a question, so remind about homework, so review the important points that have been discussed. It's such an excellent rundown activities because it consists of conclusion and reflects students' abilities by doing homework. And after this, teachers should pay attention to before and after learning. I think that's all from me. I return to the moderator.
Okay, thanks to Rida Aprilian. And then the next question is, what has been conducted effectively in the teaching and learning process? That will be answered by Farrel Rakha. Time is yours.
Alright, thank you to the moderators for giving me the time to explain about the question that we given in the slide. The answer is sometimes teacher must give influence to students and students must give a reciprocity to the teacher, and also teacher does not always explain about the material to the teacher, but sometimes the teacher giving a question to the students to see how well they understand about the materials that has been conveyed by the teacher. I think that's all from me. I give it back to the moderator.
Okay, thanks to Farrel for this explanation. And then the next question. With these classes. Okay, for the last question will be what can be improved to make the teaching and learning process more effective? It will be answered by Rizqi Cattapany. The time is yours.
Okay, yes, thank you for the raise for giving time for answering this question. Number 7, last question. So yeah, there are two ways to improve the teaching and learning process. So the first is teachers can apply active and effective creative and fun learning activities. For example, creative learning is learning that frees the students to express different ideas, and teachers must be convince the students that being different is not wrong. So also making mistake is not wrong as long as it is around the rules that existing rules. Just not violate existing rules. And finally, invite them to think critically, and also invite them to present in front of their friends to so that they to attain in front of public, in front of many. The second one is to create a comfortable situation during class. So it is making students feel not nervous when they're going into a class, when they receive lesson, they're not really nervous, so they can enjoy the lesson, the learning process, so they can absorb as much as the lesson as much as possible. So yeah, I think that's it for me. I will give it to praise.
Okay, thanks for the brief, for the brief explanation from Rizqi Cattapany. And then that's all. I think we have finished our explanation. If you find any question, just please leave the question in the comment section, and then we will reply and we will answer the question as soon as possible. Maybe that's all from us. Thanks for your attention. And last but not least, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.